so we have our chicken. We have our shrimp that's lightly seasoned. We have our heavy whipping cream. We have our seasonings all to the side, which you guys will see when we start seasoning. And we have our Parmesan cheese in the back. See that? So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start seasoning everything. We have the noodles boiling. I'm gonna start off with the chicken. I'm gonna start with adobo. And everything is to taste. So I don't really put measurements. I don't have exact measurements. I kind of just go as I please, you know. We're gonna put some Cajun in there. Because it is Cajun chicken alfredo. We love lemon pepper, right babe? I'm gonna put lemon pepper in there. So it's just all sitting on top. Paprika. Can't make chicken and not put paprika in there. Let's be real. Garlic powder. Okay, I did put a lot. I did. I'm sorry. I love garlic powder. If you don't like garlic powder, don't put that much. I don't have that much onion powder left, so I'll probably put the rest in there. Yeah, just about. I feel like you can't make Alfredo without garlic. We left the minced garlic. We were out of minced garlic. I just remembered that. We usually do. Some parsley flakes. These are like whatever. I did? No, I didn't. The lid did not touch. If it looked like the lid touched, the lid did not touch. Do you want Old Bay? I put it in my shrimp, but if you, okay. We're not gonna use Old Bay, but you could use Old Bay. Italian seasoning, we don't really need to put because we're gonna put it in the sauce. And then some black pepper. Oh, you know what I'm missing too? Some ginger. Can you pass me the ginger, babe? So far that's what it's looking like. Thank you. I'm gonna add some ginger. I love ginger. We're gonna add our seasoning. Now we're just gonna mix it all up. I don't really think I put that much because there's a lot of chicken in here, which is good because the sauce is gonna have its own flavor too. Do you want sazon in there? No, okay. He only likes sazon for eating, like if I'm making Mexican or we're making tacos or something. Quesadillas. Alright, so that's all mixed up for the most part. I want to add a little bit more seasoning to my shrimp. It looks very lightly seasoned. I'm an over seasoner. I like flavor. Okay, that wasn't even a lot. And a little more Cajun. Give it a little kick. I would put chili powder, but I'm not gonna OD. So some Old Bay. Done. All right, so now that looks better-ish. Do I have OCD? Maybe. Okay, so that's done. We got all that out of the way. Keep this here. So now we're gonna head over to the stove. What'd I do?
Like putting stuff near the raw food. Putting fresh food near the raw food.
What, that?
Yes.
Okay, you guys hear him in the background. I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, yes, let's get to the stove and start cooking the sauce and the chicken first. So we have the water just about boiled. We're gonna go ahead and add the roti noodles. This is what they look like. I'm gonna add those in. You wanna do the whole box, babe? Okay, we're gonna do the whole box. that we usually do anyway. So that's in there boiling. We like to use wood because we don't want the pan, we don't want to scrape metal on the pan. So we're just gonna make sure that's distributed right. Okay, so the pan is getting hot. We have it on 7, but because this one doesn't, it gets hot, but it doesn't get hot like our one over here on the left side. So we're gonna use olive oil, not butter. And we're only use a little bit because we noticed that when we use the butter and a lot of it, it gets really greasy, right? Like oily the next day, which it will do that either way, but we try to prevent it. And we're also going to use our wooden spatula. First, for the raw chicken, we'll use the fork that's in the chicken. And then once it starts to cook, I just dropped something. Once it starts to cook, then we'll use the wooden. And again, you don't want metal touching the pan because that's how chemicals start sparking up. Yeah, but I don't want it to get too hot because then it'll fry, like it'll, you know, the chicken won't cook. All right, don't want too much. Mix it all around the pan. And the reason we're doing the chicken separate, I forgot to mention the chicken separate from the shrimp, is because he's allergic to shrimp. So I'm gonna cook the chicken in this pan first, then and make the sauce at the same time, then distribute the chicken into the sauce, and start cooking my shrimp in the same pan. Our timer died, but basically what we did was we added the chicken in the pan. The noodles are almost done. I'm trying not to touch the bottom of the pan so it's not metal scraping on there. Once it cooks, I'll use the wooden spatula. See that color though? I love the color. Okay, so the noodles are done. You're gonna drain those. These noodles are done. Okay, so the chicken's just about done. We're gonna put it in a separate container for now. And I'm gonna cook the shrimp and then we're gonna get to the sauce. Okay, so we just finished cooking the chicken. So it looks like cooked. And now we're going to put in the shrimp. Same pan. Here. Cook that really quickly. Okay, so we have the butter in there. I do have to add a little bit more because I'm trying to set up the camera. It's being weird. It's so hot. It's actually on low. But we got that going on. We're gonna add a little bit of flour. Just a little bit. Like that much. Cook it until it has that flour taste. I think this is what gets it to rise. I really don't know why we do this. I forget now. I've been making this for so long. Like, probably a year and a half. I'm using a spoon on the metal pan. I know. I'm sorry. Don't do that. I'm gonna cook this for like 30 more seconds because you don't want it to have that floury taste. This is an OG pan, so I love this pan. Let that sit for a second, cook a little bit. I'm gonna turn up a little bit more now. And then we're gonna put the heavy whipping cream in. I'm gonna put the heavy whipped cream in. Yeah, it's definitely ready. We did 2 cups. You add as you go, especially depending on how much you have in with the noodles. I wish we had a wooden whisk. Is there such thing? Rubber. Okay, we're just now getting out of the habit of the metal on metal because the chemicals. So, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna let this sit for a quick second, minute or 2, so it can thicken up. Once it starts thickening up, we'll put the Parmesan cheese. I wish you could see his face. Oh shoot. I'm crying. I'll clean it up, babe. I'll clean it up. It's not that big of a deal. We got more to spare. His reaction to when I do clumsy stuff is so funny. I'm such a nuts. I'll clean it up. Yeah, might as well wait. We'll just sweep it up. Okay, you see how it's getting like that thick, cloudy looking look to it? That's when you want to start adding in your Parmesan cheese. You can also do minced garlic. Because we didn't have minced garlic, I just added a lot of garlic powder. So I'm gonna start sprinkling that bad boy in there. We definitely need more. If you don't have shredded Parmesan, you can do the grated Parmesan, but it does make it powdery, especially if you season it. So, be a 1 or 2. We'll make it work. Especially because I just... Yeah, we will. We'll make it work. Like I said, it does make it more powdery, so... It's best to use the shredded Parmesan, the fresh shredded Parmesan. But do what you gotta do, girl. And you want to get that thick, cheesy... I know, it's broke as hell. See my broken lid? Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of powder. Parmesan. I'm not gonna do too much because I don't want it to get grainy tasting. Oh shit. I did not mean to cuss. Still works. My whisk just broke. Look, this is the real deal here. That's all I'm saying. This is real. Like, you want to start putting the oh my god. You want to start putting the Italian seasoning for me? Feels like it's... Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Why you do that? Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. I'm just making sure it's not sticking. Can't go wrong with the Italian seasoning. That's what gives it that alfredo taste. Put his favorite ingredient of all, pepper. Some garlic powder in there. Yeah, it's Cajun chicken alfredo. I know we put on the chicken. I know, yeah, that's good, that's good. I know. See how he like reprimands me? I'm just kidding. He gave me a look. I'm kidding. See, let's taste the sauce first of all. We're not gonna add any salt or anything because the chicken has all of that in there. We're gonna put some more cream in there. Wait, that is good cream. too if I have to. Let's get that mixed around. Damn, I definitely need more. We just have a lot of noodles. We don't have to put them all in though. That's the beauty of making everything separate. You can always add anything else that you need more. So, oh. So I put the chicken in there. You got it. I'm gonna put the chicken in a second after you get it mixed. That looks so good. Wait, hold on. Just still mixing it around. I'm gonna add the chicken in there. Turn it down a little. Oh, you ready?
Good.
Probably that color that I like. Also, what you can do too, like we've done this before, because nothing's gonna be perfect when you're cooking it. I don't care how many times you make it. You can always do a side pan and make more sauce, and then pour the side pan of sauce in the alfredo. Remember we had to do that? And just toss it right in. So that's pretty much it for the chicken alfredo. You do have to taste it first. Alright, so taste test please. Yes indeed. Alright, you go first. And you tell me what it needs. This is where we do the last of the last and see what we think it needs. Oh, hot. Bam. And we're done. I'm gonna put my shrimp in later. I'll show you guys what my finished product looks like with the shrimp in it. And that is our chicken alfredo. This is the finished look on the shrimp and the chicken one. And this is the finished look on just the chicken.